you the things that we have learned as we have moved our family from struggling to survive sickness and disease to thriving right in the midst of it. Your greatest ally. Your greatest allies are the people who, if something happens to you, their life would be altered greatly. Also, if something happened to them, your life would be altered greatly. It is important to identify your greatest allies because that is your support system. Those are the people that you depend on and that depend on you. And when you identify your greatest allies, you do everything in your power, within your capability, to nurse those relationships, to show appreciation, gratitude, and value to those relationships. You want to protect those relationships with everything that is in you. Caregivers, you have a lot of weight upon you. You have the weight of the world up on your shoulders. Everybody is depending upon you for everything. If you don't make the money, there is no money. If you don't pay the bills don't get paid. If you don't cook the food and buy the food, ain't nobody gonna eat. And on top of that, you're having to uplift, uphold, have advice, encourage, take to appointments. You just got a lot on you, and you're taking care of everyone. But the question is, who's taking care of you? It is important that you find some time to yourself. And in some situations, I know my husband, we had years where it was so touch and go, he couldn't do anything for himself because he couldn't leave my side. Even in those type of seasons, it's important to take care of yourself. And sometimes taking care of yourself means just taking 5 minutes to sit down, breathe in deeply, exhale, clear your mind, and just relax. Have a moment to yourself. But a greater part of that is simple things that you all have a hard time being able to do, but it's important for you to be able to do, and it's called eating, sleeping. And when you eat something good for you, not just fast food or some junk food, but get a good healthy meal. It's important for you to be able to take care of yourself. I want to make sure you understand that, because everybody is relying upon you, and without you, everything may fall apart, and there's lives that are on the line. But it's important to take care of yourself. Even though you are taking care of everyone and the weight of the world is upon you, it does not give you a right to be mean, to be bitter, to be selfish, or resentful. If you're bitter or resentful, the person that you are taking care of will sense it, will know it, because it will come out in what you say and in what you do, whether you know it or not. And it will knock down that inner resolve of the person who's going through, and their ability to fight and their will to fight. A lot is depending upon you, because they're looking to you for a lot. So if they're sensing that negativity coming from you, that bitterness and that resentfulness coming from you, you're the person that can tear them down more than what they're fighting, more than the doctors, more than anything else that's on the outside, because you're their inner circle. So I would encourage you to keep yourself in check, to know that because you're going through and you carry a heavy weight, we appreciate it, but it doesn't give you a green light to just be mean or to be rude. If you are the person who is going through in your body, sometimes you're going to experience great pain. There may be seasons of great suffering. There's a lot of frustration and disappointment and a lot of questions, just wondering why, and confusion emotionally and mentally at times. But it doesn't give you a right to be mean, to be rude, to be nasty or demanding, or feel like you are entitled. You need to keep yourself in check as well, and know that just because you're the one that's going through does not mean that everybody is supposed to give to you. It's not all about you, boo, and I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's not. You still have a responsibility to be loving, to be nurturing, to be caring for those that are taking care of you and your other allies. It's important for you to make sure they're still taking care of themselves, telling them, go ahead, get some rest. Did you eat today? What did you eat? You still have a responsibility to them mentally and emotionally to be there for them and to support them as they are supporting you. This is a relationship. And when you identify who your greatest allies are, let me tell you something. Just because I'm going through, does that mean that I'm not my husband's greatest ally? I am. And just because my husband is taking care of me doesn't mean that he's my ally and I'm not his. It's a reciprocal type of relationship in my household. We are both each other's greatest allies. So I don't want you to think that because you're the one that's going through, somebody is your ally, but that you're not an ally. You are somebody else's ally, and you need to identify who allies that you are, because you need to nurture and protect those relationships as well. When you identify who your allies are, if it's a reciprocal type of relationship, make sure you protect those relationships as much as possible. Value them. Show gratitude and gratefulness at all times. If you're the person that's going through, always let your caregiver know how much you appreciate them. You know what this is causing them, and it means so much to you, and that you love them and you appreciate them for it. If you are the caregiver, let the person that you're taking care of know that you love them, and that, yeah, it's costing you, but you do it in a heartbeat. And you would do it for them because you love them, and that you're not going anywhere. Always reinforce those relationships between each other, because it's very important. And I'm sharing with you things that I've learned from experience that weren't always fun lessons to have to learn. But if you guys can grasp that and you can get that, it will help you to transition from surviving to thriving, to having a good life right in the midst of it, and causing your relationships to grow beyond what you ever thought could happen. But you remember that in all things you need to do you. Do what's best for you and your life, your family, your situation. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope there was something that you can grasp out of this. Keep putting one foot forward. Keep charging full speed ahead. And like us down below. Also, feel free to leave a comment. But I would be very grateful if you would subscribe. That way you can get the videos as they come out each week. But until next time, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.